Hello and welcome to the first show of Season 1 of Bad Dog Comedy TV 2021. This is Try Improv. And now please go wild in the chat for your host. You may have seen or heard him on Clifford the Big Red Dog, Agent Binky, or Odd Squad. Give it up for Matt Folliott.
Woo! Yeah! Yeah, just me yelling in an empty room. How's it going, Connor?
Oh,
yeah, that's great. It. Air horns.
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I love that. I'm excellent. Yeah, how are you enjoying the first day of 2021 lockdown?
I mean, as someone who really didn't leave my house except to grocery store, doing great.
To grocery store. That's what we call it.
And walk my dog. Not a lot is changing for me. So
you know what? Same.
Yeah, you're doing well. I saw you skateboarding.
Yeah.
While I was out doing my Christmas shopping.
Yes. I'm a 37-year-old man who still skateboards and still hurts himself skateboarding. So yeah, my body can't take it anymore, Connor. Let me tell you, I fall down a few times. And it's like I hit a brick wall, like at a high speed. It's bad. My body is just not ready for it, but my mind and my spirit are still into it. So that's what I'm going for right now. Is that my mind and my spirit want to skateboard. My body's saying no, though.
Oh, well, I mean, that's exercise. That's lockdown appropriate.
You know what? That's it. And you need everybody. Hey, listen. If you're out there right now and you're asking yourself, should you exercise? Go exercise. Best thing you can do during the pandemic. Really alleviates some stress, I would say.
And I have some questions for you that I'd like to pop up on the screen. It's not all the woos and yays from our adoring fans.
I'm sure they're loving this riveting conversation.
Are you ready for some hot cues, Matt?
I love hot cues. Yeah, let's have them. What am I teaching at Bad Dog Theater? Hey, that's a great question. I'm teaching the Herald Studio series at Bad Dog Theater, and I also have 2 classes that you can register for coming up in February. One is How to Coach Improv, and the other is Initiations. Both really fun classes. If you've ever been interested in how you pass on your improv knowledge as a coach to people, then How to Coach Improv is for you. And if you're interested in how to create amazing starts to your scenes, then Initiations is for you. Oh, what's my favorite thing about teaching improv? It's probably like 2 things. One is a very selfish thing, which is when I teach improv, I get to reinforce the skills and tools that I think are most important for doing improv. And when I say reinforce them, I mean I get to reinforce them in myself. So I get to remind myself what works and what doesn't work in improv when I teach or when I coach, which is sort of selfish, but I still do love doing improv, so that's helpful. And then, of course, the other thing is to see people blossom and grow as improvisers and as comedians. There's a lot of pride in contributing to somebody's comedy career, especially when that comedy career takes off or blows up. You feel like you've had a little hand in it, and that's really nice.
Thanks so much, Matt.
Hey, thank you, Connor.
Now, we have to introduce who you will be, trying improv with. I already stepped on the part of the show where you explain what it is. So if you want to do that now, I'll feel bad silently.
No, that's okay, Connor. I mean, and Connor, I want to say you're ready to skateboard because you've failed and now you're going to try it again, and that's what skateboarding's about. So, as most of my students know, I will be plugging as much skateboarding as I can into this show today. This show, Try Improv, really fun. We're going to take someone who's kind of a novice at improv and get them to do a scene with me based on one of the sort of pillars of improv or an important sort of skill or tool in improv.
Great. And would you like to meet that person?
I mean, I would, yeah.
Great. So, without further ado, you may know her from her work at the Neptune Theater, from the Charlottetown Festival, or at the Grand Theater. Please go wild in the chat for Faly, Mevamanana.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here.
Great. So, Faly, I've got more questions for you.
Oh, okay, great. What is my performance background? So I've been primarily in the musical theater or theater community. So I've done a lot of work in Ontario as well as on the East Coast. In the last few years, I've branched more into writing, dramaturgy, as well as some film and TV. What is my improv experience? Not a lot of it. I did it and you do, and then a little bit out after that, but that was like 3 years ago, and I was never very good at it. I just did it because I felt like I should. What is my impression of improv? I don't dislike it, but it's hard. I find I get nervous. I've generally been more of like a type A person. I love having a good plan, nice agenda, nice script to rely on. So not having that and just having to think of things on my feet makes my brain muddled. But I am excited to try it today, and we'll see what happens.
Great. So now we have this week's fundamental of improv.
Yes, and.
Okay.
Wow. And Connor, now we talk about it, right?
Yeah, go wild.
Yeah, okay. We're just getting used to this show, so yeah. Yes, and. Faly, what do you know about yes, and? Do you know anything about this concept?
A little, yeah. I know it means like when someone presents an offer that you like accept it versus being like, no, we're going to go with my idea because I like my idea better.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you nailed it, Faly. It's about accepting someone's offer, saying yes to it, and then adding something to it. And that's how we sort of build our scenes. It's a really useful tool at the start of a scene when we're sort of setting some parameters like who we are, or where we are, or maybe what we're physically doing. So things like that. And yeah, it's a real fundamental of improv. I don't think you can have a scene without a little bit of yes and. Yeah. Should we try a scene based on that? Like based on the idea of using yes and, which I'm sure we will no matter what we do.
I think it's required. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes and is comparable to breathing in terms of life. You have to breathe to have life. You have to say yes and to improvise. So, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to get Connor to give us a suggestion. Connor, are you there? Can you give us a suggestion?
Here I am, ready to go. Uh-oh, am I muted?
No, you're there, man.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you like as a suggestion?
Oh, that's a good idea. We should ask for something specific. Connor, I just want you know what, Connor? I want a winter snack. Something you like to snack on during the winter.
Oh, I love a winter tourtière, a winter Québécois meat pie.
A meat pie.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. Thanks, Connor. Connor, do we just start the scene?
Yeah, welcome to this scene inspired by Tourtière.
Question.
Oh yeah, please, Faly. We'll get Connor to do that again because that's great. Yeah, what's up, Faly?
It was great. Sorry, I didn't want to ruin it for you, Connor. So we're starting this scene. I just be here and just say yes and to whatever you happens.
This is a great question, Faly. Yeah, because I don't think you have done improv online. So Faly, we're just going to treat it exactly like we do on stage. So we can be anywhere we want to be. We can be anybody we want to be. We can be doing anything we want to do. So don't think we have to be doing a scene where we're over Zoom or over StreamYard in this case. We can be anywhere. We can be anyone. And we can be doing anything. So we'll just kind of get wrapped up in those realities that we present. And yeah, feel free to say yes and feel free to add on to what we're offering or what I'm offering. And I'm going to do the same for you. But we're just going to build this scene together. You're in good hands. You'll be okay, Faly.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So based on Connor's wonderful suggestion of meat pie, we take you to this scene. Yeah.
Okay. Is that a meat pie?
Oh yeah, Georgia, it's a meat pie. It's the newest thing.
Oh my God, Nelson. I've always wanted to try meat pie. Give me a piece.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course, Georgia. Here.
That is scrumptious.
Yeah, do you taste the beef?
Yes, the beef.
Do you taste the pork?
I taste
Yeah.
pork. The chicken?
There's one, this is chicken, yeah. There's one other ingredient, a special little ingredient.
Oh, really? Well, you have to give me the secret.
Oh, do I?
You do. I need to recreate this magical meat pie.
Well, see, that's the thing, Georgia. This is my grandmother's secret recipe, and no joke. And I'm not being sarcastic here. If I told you this recipe, I'd have to you.
You'd have to kill me.
Well, I'd have to you.
Right? Are you like pointing somewhere? You're pointing to that? Is this a thumbs up? That's what that is?
Well, no, that is a nice vase, and I did want to point that out earlier. But no, I would have to because see, my grandma. What happened was my grandma was in World War II. And this was the recipe that she carried on her the whole time. So she went through a lot of trials and tribulations, may have killed some Nazis, may have killed some communists. She got all the way to North America with this recipe on her, okay? And then she recreated for her family here. So this is very close to me, and my grandma did a lot to get this recipe over here. So if I was to tell you what was in the recipe, I would have to you. You'd have to, I'd have to kill you.
That's not something that I want to happen.
No. Hey, can I have a bit of that? Can I have a bit of your grandma's butter tart?
You want some of my grandma's butter tart?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I can't give you any of this butter tart. You know, this butter tart is very special, and it has some special ingredients in it as well.
Okay, well, shoot. I told you what's in my grandma's, except for one thing, because I'd have to kill you. So what's in your grandma's butter tart?
Oh, you know, I would tell you, but then I'd have to shoot you.
With a pellet gun, or
no,
like with a real gun?
Yeah.
Well, what's in it? I mean, could I at least have a little try, and maybe I can decipher what's in it?
Sure, you can sure. Have a little bite. I'll give you a little bite, all right? There you go.
Okay, there's butter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, some cream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's something funky in there that just gives it a bit of a taste. What is that? What is that thing?
Oh, I can't tell you what that is.
Or you'd have to shoot me?
Yeah. You could guess.
Is it cinnamon?
No, it's not cinnamon.
Okay. Is it nutmeg?
Not quite. Close.
Can I ask you, if I guess it, are you still shooting me?
Yes.
Okay, well then I won't guess it.
All right.
Thanks for taking me to Wanda's Pie in the Sky, by the way. It's a great place.
Oh, isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, it's really
all the best pies.
It really does. It really does. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite odd that this location sells both of our grandma's pastries.
Huh. It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder how they got those recipes.
Yeah. I wonder that too, because I thought that was, now I think about it, I thought that was something I only knew.
I think it should be.
Well, if they make this, then I guess I could just tell you what's in.
Oh.
I guess
Well,
I'd tell you what's in the meat pie.
Please do.
It's a saffron.
Saffron. Okay. It's not as special as I was expecting. I thought it would be more exciting than that.
It really wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's in your grandma's butter tart? By the way, Wanda's makes your grandma's butter tart. They're exceptional.
They do. They really do make my grandma's butter tart very well. Which is surprising that it's not my grandma who's making it. But you promise to keep this secret if I tell?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. It is allspice.
Allspice?
Mm-hmm.
Hey everybody! Everybody in Wanda's Pie in the Sky!
Hey! I just said you wouldn't say anything.
The butter tart is filled with allspice. Oh! Thank you. That's our scene. Wow. We did it, Faly.
We did it. It happened.
The best thing about that scene, Faly, is we ended on a classic kill someone moment. When you shoot somebody, the scene's over. It very much is.
It was like I didn't think there was a way for us to do the scene and not one of us is gonna get shot.
We mentioned shooting, so somebody's probably got to get shot. Yeah. How was that? What did you think of that, Faly?
Yeah, it was okay. I don't know if it was fine. I don't know if I feel more inclined to or more comfortable with this improv thing, but it wasn't awful. I wasn't terrified. I was able to say words, which is great.
Right.
I wasn't just standing there numb. So that's an improvement, you know?
I really like, Faly, that you really got that when I said, can I try your mom's or your grandma's butter tart, that you would also have a secret about about the butter tart. I really like that because I think that's a very fun thing in improv, is to kind of know what your partner wants from you a little bit. It's sometimes fun to change the expectations of that, of course, but I like that you oh, he wants my grandma's butter tart to have a secret, and I love that you sort of caught on to that. Another thing that was very fun for me in this scene, Faly, was I definitely painted myself into a corner by saying that we were in Wanda's Pie in the Sky because I realized, why would they be making our grandma's stuff? And then we had to do the classic improv thing, which is just try to justify the hell out of that offer to make it work. But I realized when I introduced that, I went, no, that's going to make this harder. But sometimes that happens. Faly, would you does this make you want to do more improv? Or are you thinking oh, this tickles my fancy a little bit?
I would maybe do some more improv. Yeah, even just to get better at it. Because when you do it and something works, it's fun.
It is. Yeah, it is really putting lightning in a bottle. And you'll even see and I don't know if you agree with this, even in this scene, there's some moments where they felt really fun and it feels like you're putting that lightning in the bottle. And then there's other moments where you're like, uh-oh, what's happening here? Are things coming off the track?
But those are also fun. Sometimes when you make a mistake and you're like, I have to justify this thing that I said that makes zero sense.
Absolutely. And that's why I enjoy it. It's a roller coaster ride. There's a lot of ups and a lot of downs. So yeah. Anything else, Faly? I mean, I think we talked about it, right? We don't need to dissect that anymore.
So.
What do I need to do now, Connor? What am I plugging?
I can turn my mic back up, and then I can ask you to talk a bit more about the classes you'll be teaching at Bad Dog.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, initiations is a class that focuses on initiations. Initiations just mean the first line of dialogue or offer in your scene. And I enjoy focusing on that because I always think if your first offer or your first line of dialogue in a scene is fun, interesting, if you're stoked on that line of dialogue or that first offer, you're going to have a much better scene. If your scene starts exciting, it's probably going to continue to be exciting. And then coaching improv is just how to coach improv online, how to work with a group online and to sort of pass on your ideas on improv and how to craft exercises to help that group achieve certain goals they want to achieve with their improv. So those are the two classes I'm teaching.
Thanks so much, Matt. And everyone watching, remember you can check those out at baddogtheater.com/classes. Matt and Faly, I want to thank you again so much for participating. We're also going to say thank you and goodbye as I just do the last little bits of business we need to do.
Okay.
Thanks again. And I'm going to turn my camera on so it isn't you're not seeing just a blank screen. But I want to say thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And we are a registered charity. So donate as your ticket to this show at baddogtheater.com/tryimprov. And you will receive a tax receipt that you can write off on your Canadian taxes. As you're all Canadian. And if you're not Canadian, then just do it to be a good person because, as I mentioned, we are a charity. Thanks again for watching, and please subscribe. We'll see you next week with more Try Improv.